Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday morning. Welcome to episode 3 of the Bachelor Baker. Now, I've been informed that bachelor is not exactly the appropriate term because I have been married before, but I'm not at the moment. So I'm going to use it anyway because I think it's a great name. Today we are going to be making Mexican wedding cakes or Russian tea biscuits or whatever you want. They're those little luscious balls of dough with powdered sugar around them. So they look pretty easy, and I got the recipe from one of my girlfriend's grandmas, so should be good. It's got a lot of butter though, so let's see what we got.
So this is what you're going to need if you're going to make these: 2 cups of flour, sugar, nuts, vanilla extract, powdered sugar, and butter. So we're going to go through the steps here.
So anytime you're creaming butter and sugar for a recipe, you want the butter to be softened. This butter is not softened, it's hard. And I need to put it in the microwave to do so. And you will have to experiment with your microwave. You don't want it to be liquid, you don't want it all melted, but you don't want it all to be hard. You want it so that either your whisk, if you're unfortunate enough not to have a stand mixer, or your stand mixer can get through there. So let's soften. So to soften butter, usually I'll just put it in something and run the microwave until it looks like it's gonna melt but isn't quite melted. Because you don't want it melted. Okay, so the butter got a little bit melted, but everything's in there. We're gonna turn it on and let it. So when you're creaming something, you want to get it all uniform so that the butter and the sugar are all mixed very well together. So you just let that run for a few minutes until it looks good. You basically don't want any big chunks left. Right. So now we've added the ground nuts, and we've added, which is a tablespoon of vanilla extract, and 2 cups of flour. And now we're going to make this into a dough by turning this back on, and hopefully that'll. I've never made this before, as I said, so I'm going to let this go until it makes a nice, not much butter really should make anything into a dough. Yeah, you can already see it kind of forming into nice, thick, shortbread dough almost. That looks lovely. So you just want it mixed up pretty good. I don't think you have to worry about overworking this stuff. So this is what the dough looks like. From here, you roll it into balls, and you put it on your silpat here. I'm not sure how many balls I'm going to make at one time, but I'm going to try for 12. So, see, it'd be nice if I could have somebody show you holding this, and but I don't. So I'm going to do it, and then magically they'll be on there. All right, so I rolled out all the balls. Pretty easy to do. What I got? I almost got a whole cookie sheet, and I probably could have rolled some of them smaller, but whatever. So we're going to take these now, and we're going to pop them into the oven, which is at 350. If I can do this without knocking all of them over. Okay. And slide them in there, and I need to look and see how long they need to be in there for. It says bake for 20 minutes, so 20 minutes it is. So one thing we're going to have to do when all this is done, I am powdery as all get out, is we're going to have to roll these hot balls in this powdered sugar. So I just took a small bowl and I put some powdered sugar in there, and that's what we're going to use when they're done in about 20 minutes.
So, pro tip, if you want to make your cleanup job easier at the end, clean up the kitchen while the cookies are baking or while whatever's baking, because it tends to make your job a heck of a lot easier than if you have to clean everything up at the end. It's just a pain. Even if you have to throw it all in the dishwasher, it's still a pain. So just pick up as you go, keep things in place, and it will make things a lot easier.
There's about 20 seconds till those need to get pulled out of the oven. I wanted to show you the little workstation I created here. I took another sheet pan and lined it I put it on a cooling rack and lined it with aluminum foil because I don't want to get my silpat all dirty. And this is where the other cooling rack is going to go. This is where the other, the hot thing is going to go, and powdered sugar. And just in time, here we go. So let's pull these out. Oh, steamy. Oh, those look really good and probably a little bit large. So, maybe roll them a little smaller. Okay, So I'm going to do a couple of these with the powdered sugar for you to see how they look because they're still hot. So you take it in there, you just roll them all around. Really, you can also cover them in powdered sugar. And then once they're all covered, put them over here to cool. And repeat. Oh my God, these are really hot. Okay, we'll be back. All right, so I dusted them all. They were very hot. At first, I took the powdered sugar and sort of put it over them. And what I found is that if I rolled them around, like 2 or 3 rolls around in the powdered sugar, and they turned out really, really delicious. So, yeah, these are pretty much ready. You just got to let them cool. You always want to let your baked goods cool, unless it says otherwise. But these need to cool because if you eat them right now, the dough is still very warm and it will crack. So, final words.
All right, I would say this recipe is great if you're going to a potluck, or if you want to impress your date, or if you just want some cookies around the house. Although I do warn you, they have half a pound of butter in them. Not half a pound, 8 ounces of butter. So be cautious, not a dietary food, but extra delicious. Oh yeah, I should probably eat one for you, since that is the point of all this, right? Oh. Just kind of falls apart in your mouth, and the powdered sugar gives it just the right amount of sweetness. Well, until next time, happy baking!